What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Smitty here. I know I haven't put a video out there in a day or two. I put a short one out here not long ago. You probably seen it, probably didn't. Toolbox is behind me. This is my garage. I since probably the last time I've put an actual automotive video out, I decided to retire from turning wrenches. Probably one of the better things I've ever done. And I took a management position with a lot of you probably frown on this, but took a management position with Subaru. They brought me in to turn their parts department around, and so that's what I'm working on doing. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's been good so far. I guess I probably just got so burnt out on all the BS going through with not being able to get parts, not being able to fix anything, getting shorted time. Something had to change, and I waited as long as I could for the change. This opportunity popped in my lap, and I hopped on it. So, not disappointed. In fact, I haven't even touched anything out in my shop or anything like that for quite some time. Just kind of burnt me out. Am I going to get rid of my tools? Hell no. Got too much money wrapped up in them dudes, and I plan on getting back in it. For right now, it's just a matter of finding time. And time's not something I've had a lot of. I've been working between 55 and 65 hours a week. I'm usually there about 6:30 in the morning till somewhere around 4, 5, 5:30, something like that. Been crazy. Definitely interesting. There's some parts of the job that I don't like doing. Parts of it I do. The management part side of it kind of stinks, but the aspect of doing it I've enjoyed. So anyway, I thought I'd put this video out there to kind of give you an update on kind of what's going on in Smitty's life. And I'll tell you what I got going on. I'm going to flip you around here. I think I'll leave this mic this way because I'm the one talking. Had to put my dead cat mic on today. So I don't know if you guys knew, but I used to ride, and this is my jewel. This is a Yamaha Roadliner S. This thing has been a fantastic bike. It's got about 40,000 miles on it. I bought it new, and I think I've decided I'm just going to part ways with it. It's just one of those things where it's not practical all the time. I hardly ride anymore. It's decked out pretty nice. It's got a lot of Yamaha accessories on it. These seats are the ultimate seats. They are probably the most comfortable seat I've been on. They beat the heck out of the factory ones. Got Viking bags on it. Got that pack there. Yamaha trunk they kind of call that. And sissy bar, that's also ultimate seat. Got 2 different windshields for it, which is a quick attach. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to sell that. Got an issue with the battery. Finally, after 20 some years, I bought me a smoker. This thing's pretty cool. Still kind of learning it. Still got some issues with it. Like, I don't think the temperature probe on the side is very accurate, and I think that's kind of presenting a problem. Old Bessie over there, I think we finally decided that we don't need an extra car on the insurance and everything else, so I'm going to get it cleaned up, and I think we're going to sell it. She's got good life left in her. Not been a bad vehicle at all. In fact, it owes us nothing. Only thing I've had to do to it is just oil changes, tires. Never had to put a transmission in it. Never had to do anything with the engine. I did do one thing with the engine. You guys seen the video for that. I put timing chains and an oil pump in it. And I've put a few videos out there for it, but it's time for it to find a new home. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a dang good vehicle. I'm gonna have to replace my wood trailer over there. I've really wanted a car hauler. I can't put a car on there. I've put a car on there, but it's really not designed for it. The floor's starting to rot on it, and it'd just be cheaper to replace it in the long run. So I'm gonna start looking for a car hauler. If anybody has any hookups or knows somebody that wants to do some kind of trade-off on some advertising, hint hint, nick, wink wink, nod nod, that would be fantastic. Let's go this way. See what else I've got going on here. Oh, my old John Deere. Okay, so my John Deere, for some reason, the alternator's not working on it because it's running the battery down. So I've got to figure out, and the way they've got the wiring on this thing is just completely weird. It still has the factory alternator on it from 2007. That's what model year it is. I've never had to replace it. Not had to do much to that thing at all. Just general maintenance, as I say. Maintenance goes a long ways, folks. Long ways. And that's a prime example. And let's see. Let's go this way. Then the kids out there. Oh, I won't film that. I don't think you want to film Miss Bailey doing her business. So, let's see. So, the old Toyota over there, that is Mama's. And she has decided that she is going to part ways with it also. I don't have time to work on it. I need to make time to work on it. It needs front brakes and hoses. The calipers are froze up on it. Miss Shiggy just relaxing. Alright, now here's what y'all really want to talk about. My IROCs. All three of them. And they are covered with pollen. So this project, I still want something like this to drive. It's covered in pollen right now because we're in spring full bloom down here. I've got to get after this thing. I thought about parting ways with it and letting somebody else have at it. But I don't know if I'll find one for the price I paid for this one in as good a shape. But I got some issues that I got to get after pretty quick. For one, it's starting to bubble up right here along the roof. It's getting pretty bad, and that pollen is on there. Of course, the sun's just beating the paint off of it, which typical of Florida sun. And let's see, over here, right there, it's got a bubble in it. And I do believe the windshield is leaking. It's got a spot up here too. Again, this thing has sat out in the sun for 5 years, which not good on stuff. And it's got a big old hole that's starting in the hood. So Scarlett needs some help. Again, I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not. I can still make this one work too, even though it looks worse. It looks worse than it actually is. I mean, it's just got some surface rust on it. But it's basically a clean slate. And of course, look at the dash on that dude. Woo! That one's bad. But this one, the windshield's delaminating on it. And so it'll start leaking too if it hasn't already. Right here, you can see it's delaminating all the way up there. It's leaking up here. So, and my donor. Donor is just that. It's a donor. It's rough. RUFF. Door doesn't even shut. I can't get one of the T-tops off. And look at how much that's bubbled up there in the center where the T-top holds down. I guarantee that's from rust. There's rust underneath of there pushing the T-tops up. So I haven't even had this hood open for a while. Hang on, I'm gonna set you down. All right, as you can see, it's got some funk going on the intake. Who knows if there's something underneath of it or if somebody's created a nest in there. I think at this point, even though I had set it up to try to get it to run, I think I'm gonna be better off just to go ahead and pull this dude out. So I need to pull this thing out. I need to strip this body and get it gone. I think that's going to be one of my summer projects. And I could still use my fuel cell setup that I set up for something else, you know. It'll be fine. Wow, those fittings got rusty. Boy, howdy. But that's what happens when you don't do anything for quite some time. That bottle's still in one piece too. That's amazing. That bottle there. But on to the next thing. Yeah. All right. Let's go in the shop. Boom. All right. So, of course, my lights are out, but I can fix that. Anyway, I think I told you all I picked up this case for that transmission that's on the back there. That's on the back of my 2-liter turbo that I got. And guys, I still haven't figured out if I want to put that in one of the Camaros or not, or put it in the Camaro. Because I mean, I can get with a piston and rod upgrade and probably a little better turbo, I could probably get 500 horse out of that and it'd be super streetable. The difference is getting everything to work and getting the harness to work, because there's nobody that offers anything for that. So I called PSI and a couple of other companies. One of them, I called Jeremy down there, or I didn't call him, I left him an email down there at Faster Problems, and I didn't expect to ever get any answer from him. I find unless you're big up on the chain, or if you're his buddy or something like that, you probably won't get an answer back from him. He's pretty busy, and the bad thing is when the EPA started cracking down on all these shops and stuff like that, a lot of them disappeared from the web. They took all their stuff down, disappeared, and I don't rightly blame them. But in the same instance, the EPA is going after the wrong guys. We're just a very small piece. I don't mind doing things legal and all. I don't have anything. In fact, I'd love to have everything that I got converters on it, because I'm telling you, when you work on the stuff all the time and you get to smelling those fumes, that just about freaking knock you out. So I don't mind having the cats on it and the emission stuff. In fact, I would try to keep Scarlett emissions friendly. So, but anyway, let's see, let's flip you around. So I bought that generator here not long ago. That thing's pretty awesome. It's a twin cylinder. It's a big boy. It's a 15,000 watt. I bought it to power my house. Thankfully, I haven't had to use it yet, but I wired it into my house. I'll show you that here in a minute too. Some of the harness stuff that I had at work, I've got a couple of harnesses here. I've still got transmissions galore to go through, and I still got a T5 back there. Well, they call it a Jet Drag because it's a 2001 model, but it's still a Borg Warner T5. And I am seriously considering adding a third pedal to Scarlett. Haven't quite decided yet, because I really want something better than a 4L60. Although, the manual's not going to be that much better either. But if you went to a T56 later on down the road, it's an easier swap. And if you don't rightly abuse those T5s, they'll hold up. I know a buddy of mine up north had one behind a 383, and he beat the bejesus out of it, and it still held up just fine. So, not quite sure which way I want to go with that yet. Still need to get rid of all my stuff over there on the shelf, and that includes the transmission stuff, because I want to try to open up that door this year. There used to be a door behind that shelf, and whoever was here before blocked it all in, which I can't understand why anybody does that, because then it leaves you that window and that door is the only way to in and out of here, which to me doesn't make much sense. But who am I, I'm just the homeowner that bought the house. So, at any rate, the good news is, whichever way I decide to go with transmissions, I'm going to put the other ones up for sale, and you'll see how I build them and stuff like that. And I'm going to put them up for sale. So if any of y'all need any, you'll just have to PM me or DM me or however all that stuff works. Because the donor car also has a 700 in it. Plus I have the 700 that came out of Scarlett. So, there'll be two 700s. They'll not be stocked, I can tell you that. I've got that 94 4L60E that I'm going to build. I've got a couple of 4L60Es and some 4L80Es that I can go through. I got a 6L80E. I got some 6L50s, but those only go behind some 4-cylinders, like the 6L50 and this 8L45. Here, this one here, that's an 8L45. And then that's an 8-speed. And you come over here. That is a 6L 6L45, 6L50, 6L45. I got another one right there. That's a 6L80, 4L80. Like I said, I got the T5 back in there, and I got another 700 R4 that's back in there. So I basically got 3 700 R4s that eventually I'm going to get to, and I want to try to do it this year. I mean, it all depends on time and how many vacations my wife wants to take. Me, I guess I'm just a party pooper. I don't care to take many vacations. I like taking them, but I'm one of those people that I like to have things that create a return. In other words, when you take a vacation, you have memories. That's for sure. You've got some great memories, but it costs money, and it's money that you can't recoup. And I guess I became that way because I've been struggling all these years. I finally found a job that compensates me fairly. Let's put it that way. And the opportunity for advancement is there, which, if any of y'all work, that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for, opportunities for advancement to further your career. And, I'm just like everybody else. I'd like to do it too before I get too old and I can't do it. Other than that, that is about the extent of what I've got cooking right now. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else that I've missed right off the top of my head. But anyway, I just wanted to get this out there, and I'm sure I'll get blasted one way or the other, but that's okay. I still can't thank you all enough for sticking with me as long as you have, and the subscribers that I've got. We just kind of have to take it one day at a time and eventually get through it all. But this is going to be an interesting year. I hope it pans out better than it has been for the last 3. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I really don't want to bring that subject into my videos. It's not worth it. But anyway, thank you all again for being out there, being with me, and I hope you all have a blessed day, and we will talk to you soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.